Hey community of awesome, I'm Gabe and this is Bookish Pixie. So last week you guys asked me so many more questions than I can respond to in one vlog, but today I'm gonna start with the top ones that you guys picked. So let's get right to it. Do you come up with the themes before you write your story, or do they appear as you write? Which do you think is more effective? So I'm gonna be super real with you guys. I don't really think about theme all that much. It just kind of happens. That said, I do know there are writers who absolutely put a great deal of thought into theme and hone into that while they're writing, and that's legit too. It's just not currently a priority for me. So as always with this sort of thing, I think whatever works for you is what's going to be most effective. What now for you and your writing? So I'm very much still writing and working on multiple projects and totally planning to get stuff out to everyone, but publishing is very much an industry where a lot is out of your hands, so I will let you know when I have news. Going forward though, my books are going to be published under my name, not my former pseudonym, so I'll talk more about that when I get a book published under my name. When building the author's platform, do you have any advice? Since the world is shifting so fast, what are the most effective ways to increase your social media platforms as an author? I know lots of people are turning to Patreon at the moment, but specifically for writing, what's your advice on the best place to start and how to keep it flourishing? So I think with author platforms and social media in general, the important thing is to find what platforms you like and then stick with it. I personally like Twitter. I use it a lot and I've been using it for years. It's worked well for me because it's quick and easy and doesn't really require a lot of commitment, but leaves a lot of opportunity for connection. I found internships through Twitter, made friends through Twitter, talked to industry pros through Twitter. So I just find it a really good hub because a lot of publishing folks are there. That said, Twitter is definitely not perfect and there are drawbacks, but I like it because, like I said, it's easy. I'm used to using it. I can use it frequently without thinking about it. And there is a lot of really great opportunity there. But I also use YouTube, obviously, because I like making vlogs, and it turns out you guys like my vlogs too, so win-win. Ultimately, I think it takes a little bit of experimentation to seeing what platforms it is that you like, and then use those. Because ultimately, if you're not enjoying it and you're forcing it, you're not really going to do as well with it because people are gonna notice, and it's just not gonna be fun for you or anyone. So try things out, see what you like, do those things. How do you protect yourself from internet piracy as a published writer, like torrent sites and other pages? Is there something you can do about it? Do you report download links about your books? I'm interested in this because I feel like this is straight up stealing money from writers, and one day I want to publish my book and I would go crazy if someone just put it for free on some site. Yeah, so unfortunately there isn't really any way to avoid getting your books pirated. You absolutely can report them and give them to your publisher so that your publisher can handle it. But I'll be real, I didn't really put too much time and effort into tracking them down for my books, even though I know they're out there, because it feels very much like a whack-a-mole game. Like you find one and get that stopped and then another one pops up. So it just seemed like a lot of stress that I didn't need. But you're right, it is stealing from authors who, you know, aren't making all that much to begin with, and it sucks. I've been trying to be better about focusing on things that I can control though, so that's one of the reasons why I try not to put too much energy into it. How does one go about finding a writer's group? So I actually already did a vlog on where to find critique partners, so I'm gonna link to that below because the process is pretty similar. Unless you're looking for an in-person writer's group, in terms of finding a writer's group online that you can work and trade your manuscripts with. It's kind of just a matter of getting to know other writers online and then starting to work with them. For what it's worth, I found almost all of my critique partners through Twitter, so as for an in-person writers group, I'm gonna be less helpful with that because I do not have an in-person writers group, nor have I ever had an in-person writers group, at least not outside of school. I imagine finding like local writer meetups or events, like through the local NaNoWriMo, for example, might be helpful in that regard, but I'm not really too familiar with the process outside of that. When you plot or outline initially, do you use paper or software? So I've talked all about my plotting process, which I'll link to below, but the short answer is software. I use Scrivener. But before I used Scrivener, I used to use flashcards. I would do one scene per flashcard and kind of lay things out that way. But now I've been able to seamlessly move that process over to Scrivener because their corkboard feature literally has little miniature digital flashcards, which is perfect for what I need. So that's what I got for today. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys soon.